and CEO of Sun Swell Foods, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make some avocado brownies. So these are really delicious whole food brownies made with some of our favorite ingredients. So first we're going to make the brownie base. Really simple. I have measured out the ingredients. I will walk you through them as I go, and I'm going to put them all in my mixer. You can also use a food processor. We're going to start with an avocado. So one large avocado, I've pitted mine and peeled mine. Pour that in. Then we're going to add 2 eggs. You can substitute this for flax eggs if you're doing a vegan version. Get the eggs in. We are going to add some cacao powder. I'm running low on cacao powder, so I have a mix of cacao powder and cacao nibs, but the recipe I'll put online is you just need cacao powder. We have some baking powder, some vanilla, salt. I think I put my salt in here while the bowl is wet, so it's sticking. There we go. Some nut butter. I like almond butter, but you are welcome to use the nut butter of your choice. And then the last thing, but definitely not least, is your sweetener. We're using date syrup. You are welcome to use whatever sweetener you like. Honey and maple syrup are also good substitutes. And we also just started selling date syrup on our website. I'll include a link in the recipe, but it's one of our favorite sweeteners to use around here. And there's your brownie base. So it is going to get a little loud for a second while I process this, but just hang tight. I'm going to get this on my mixer. And just side note, I have the oven preheated to 325 degrees. So you'll want to get your oven nice and warm before you start. Okay, let me blend. Okay. So it's nice and mixed. So this is always the perfect time to do a little taste test and make sure you're liking the taste of it so far. Delicious. This would be a good time to add more sweetener if it's not sweet enough for you. Add more cacao if it's not chocolatey enough for you. So whatever you like. And then, so the next thing I'm going to do is put it in my, you can use, if you have like a square pan, that might be easier. I only have this kind of rectangle bread pan, so I'm using this. But I'm going to line my pan with some parchment paper, or my baking dish with some parchment paper. One thing that you might want to do at this point is add some chocolate chips and stir them in. I don't have any chocolate chips in my house, so I'm not using those today, but that also is a nice, if you like those little chocolate chunks on yours, then throw those chocolate chips in and it makes it even more delicious. So I am just pouring this all into my pan. And then once I get it all in here, I'm going to try not to make a major mess, which usually doesn't work for me. I'm definitely already making a mess. So, and the benefit of having the parchment paper is when it's done and it's like cooled down a little bit, you can just lift it out. So I'm a huge fan of having that in there. All right. I have it almost out of here. Okay, so now that I have mixed, I have this all in my pan, and I'm just going to smooth it out. And it's smooth, and now it's ready to go. So I am going to pop this in the oven. We're going to bake it for about 45 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes. And I'm going to go put this in the oven, and then I'm going to show you how to make an applesauce frosting for this. So just hang tight for 2 seconds. Okay, so we have our brownies baking in the oven, and now I'm gonna make an applesauce frosting for them, a chocolate applesauce frosting. So again, super tasty, but a little bit more nutrient dense and rich than some of the frostings you might be used to eating. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, and you can do this all in a bowl, by the way. I just always default to my handy dandy blender because it's easier. The first thing we're gonna do is put in some cacao. Again, I ran out of just cacao powder, so I'm using a mix of cacao nibs and cacao powder, but you should just use cacao powder. You don't need the nibs. I'm gonna put in some melted coconut oil. I'm gonna put in some date syrup or the sweetener of your choice. Make sure to get all that goodness out of there. And then I'm gonna put in applesauce. And that's it, just those 4 ingredients. So bear with me while I mix this up. I'm gonna go back to my blender here. And again, you could totally just stir this all together. This is easier for me. So here we go. Okay, so now we have a nice frosting. And again, this is always a good time to taste it. Let me just stick my finger in there. Yummy, like a little bit more on the applesaucey fruity side. So that's where it is right now. If you prefer it to be more chocolatey, more sweet, then you just add more date syrup, add more cacao, get it to your preference. The coconut oil, so this is still really liquidy right now. So this might, it would not be ready to frost yet. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the fridge, and then by the time my brownies are done, by the time my brownies are ready to be taken out, this will be perfect to go on top of them. So I'm gonna stick it in the fridge now to thicken up, and then we will put this on top of our brownies once they're out of the oven and cool down. So I will check back in once the brownies are out of the oven. My brownies out of the oven, they look and smell so good. I wish you could smell them. So these brownies taste so good with and without the frosting. So I went ahead and cut my brownies up already. I'm probably gonna leave some of them unfrosted and frost some of them. I also got my frosting out of the fridge, and you can see now it's this nice, amazing, thick, fluffy consistency. So it's perfect for frosting right now. So you can frost the whole thing if you want. I'm probably just gonna frost one for now. Nice and creamy, yum. And there you have it. Avocado brownie with your amazing applesauce chocolate spread. Let me take a bite and see how good it is. So good. Really delicious. Let me know if you made them and how they turn out. Bye-bye.